According to section 182.5, what is required for satisfactory evidence of identity when an individual appears before an electronic notary public using communication technology and is not personally known to the notary public? To help us answer this question, let's have a look at section 182.5 entitled Satisfactory Evidence of Identity, found in the Notary Public License Law Booklet. And if we look at subsection C, it states, for any individual signing a document who appears before an electronic notary public using communication technology and who is not personally known to the notary public, satisfactory evidence of identity requires all of the following. Subsection 1, identity verification as outlined in subdivision B of this section, utilizing communication technology that meets the requirements set forth in this part. 2, credential analysis that meets the requirements set forth in this part. And 3, identity proofing by a third-party service provider that meets the requirements set forth in this part. So with this in mind, let's have a look at our 4 choices to determine the solution. Choice A states credential analysis and identity proofing by a third-party service provider. Well, this aligns with the law that I read from before, but before we mark it as the correct solution, let's have a look at the other 3 choices just to be certain. Choice B states identity verification through a live video call only. Now the key here is that it states that this is the only requirement, but we already know from the law that there are other requirements such as credential analysis. So to state that identity verification is the only means necessary for satisfactory evidence of identity is misleading and is therefore not our solution. Choice C states a written statement from the individual attesting to their identity. Well, this is not listed anywhere in the law that I read from, and therefore choice C is not the correct solution. And choice D states a personal reference from a known associate of the notary. This as well is not listed anywhere as a means of satisfactory evidence of identity in this instance, and therefore choice D is not the correct solution either, which indeed leaves choice A, credential analysis and identity proofing by a third-party service provider, as the correct solution.